Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Rama Rama Hare Hare. Namo Vishnupadaya Krishna Prashtaya Bhutale Srimate Radhanath Swaminiti Namini. Namo Vishnupadaya Krishna Prashtaya Bhutale Srimate Bhakti Vedanta Swaminiti Namini. Namaste Saraswati Deve Gauravani Pracharine Nirvisesa Sunyavadi Paschatya Desatarini. Om Jnanatimirandasya Jnananjana Salakaya Chakshurmilitam Mena Tasmai Sri Gurave Namaha. Sri Chaitanya Manobhishtam Stapitamena Bhutale Swayam Rupa Kadamahyam Dadati Swapadantikam Vandeham Sri Guru Sri Uttapada Kamalam Sri Guru Vaishnavamscha Sri Rupam Sagrajatam Sakagana Raghunathanvitam Tam Sajivam Sadvaidam Savadutam Parijana Sahitam Krishna Chaitanya Devam Sri Radha Krishna Padan Sakagana Lalita Sri Visakanvitamscha. He Krishna Karuna Sindhu Dina Bandhu Jagatpade Gopesha Gopika Kanta Radha Kanta Namosute Tapta Kanchana Gaurangi Radhe Vrindavaneshwari Vrishabhanu Sute Devi Pranamami Haripriye Pancha Kalpatarvyascha Kripa Sindhubhyaye Vachapatitana Pavanebhyo Vaishnavebhyo Namo Namaha. Sri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Sri Advaita Gadadhara Shiva Sadi Gaura Bhakta Vrinda. Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Rama Hare Hare. Isvaraha Paramaha Krishnaha Sachidananda Vigraha Anadi Radhir Govindaha Sarvakarana Karanam. Hare Krishna. By the causeless mercy of the Supreme Personality of Godhead Sri Krishna, we are nicely studying Sri Brahma Samhita. In fact, today we are going to finish Sri Brahma Samhita and we'll start from Bhagavad Gita chapter 1, first sloka from tomorrow. So from the year 2022, the day January 1st, the very first day. So by Krishna's causeless mercy, Krishna also gave us an opportunity to study Brahma Samhita, and we understood a lot about Goloka in Brahma Samhita. Because Brahma is explaining how the Goloka looks like, especially in the sloka what we studied yesterday, in the sloka number 56 in the Brahma Samhita, 5th chapter. Actually, Brahma explained how the life in Goloka is going to be. So we have understood that very nicely. Because in Bhagavad Gita, when we studied, Krishna is all the time teaching us that you come to me, you will never come back to here, this material world again, and my place is a permanent blissful abode. You come there and enjoy. So always render devotional service unto me, do everything for me, then you will come to me. So that's what Krishna is keep on teaching us in Bhagavad Gita. Sarva karmani api sada kurvanu madvyapashayega matprasadat tavapnoti sasvatam padam avyam. So if you perform all your activities by taking shelter unto me, sarva karmani api sada kurvanu madvyapashrega, then by my mercy you will come to my permanent abode. So that's why matprasada tavapnoti sasvatam padam avyam. So like that, in Bhagavad Gita, in many slokas, Krishna is teaching us very clearly about how to reach him, how to go to Krishna's abode. That's what repeatedly Krishna is teaching in Bhagavad Gita and asking us to forget this material world. So that means we should completely detach ourselves. That means we should really forget about everything in this material world. We should not be worried about anything. We should not be thinking about anything. All the time our mind should be thinking, focusing only on Krishna. That's what we should be doing. Because Krishna consciousness only can actually take us to Goloka. Otherwise, for sure, we are going to come back here. If we are not able to give up everything in this material world, if we are not able to give up all the attachments to the material sense objects, material things, everything is made up of matter, atoms, electrons, protons, neutrons, molecules, all such things. If you are not able to give up, so then for sure we are going to come back here. So that's why Krishna is teaching in Bhagavad Gita that you always remember me only, do everything only for me. So all the activities you do it as an offering unto me. Otherwise, it is going to bind us to this material world. Yajnatat karmano anyatra lokoyam karma bandhana. So any activity which if we do, which is not as an offering unto Krishna, so that's going to bind us to this material world. That's going to bind us to work, bondage to work, bondage to birth. All such things very clearly, many times we studied in Bhagavad Gita, but we studied, but now we need to bring that into practice. That's what is very important. If we don't bring that into practice, if we keep engaging ourselves in materialistic activities in this material world, so that means then we are going to again get ourselves bound more and more in this material world only. That's what is going to happen if we don't practice. If we don't practice Bhagavad Gita. So that's what today we are going to study also. The Pancha Sloki, the 5 slokas in which Krishna is teaching to Brahma, so that my devotees are going to come to. So that's what is very important. So we are Krishna's devotees, we are going to go to Krishna. And that is going to be possible only with bhakti, only with devotion. Bhaktyamam abhijanati avan yaschasmi tatvadaga tato mam tatvato nyatva visatetat anantaram. So only with devotion only one can understand me. Bhaktyamam abhijanati. Bhaktyat ananyaya sakya aham eva vido arjuna. Nyatum drashtum cha tatvena praveshtum cha parantapa. Only without any deviation, if we render devotional service unto Krishna, if we focus our mind on Krishna, serve Krishna, so then we will understand, we know how to reach Krishna and we will enter into Krishna as well. That's what praveshtum cha parantapa. We will do pravesham. So praveshtum means we will enter into Krishna's abode. Praveshtum cha parantapa. So that is possible only, that's going to be possible only for Krishna's devotees. No one else can do that. Everyone else will have to come back to this material world again. So then, we have to be really very careful then. If we misuse this human life, if we abuse this excellent opportunity, what we have got, if we misuse, so then for sure we are going to take another birth and going to go through the same suffering. Again we have to work, again we have to earn, again we have to get all these things and go to work, all these things and get bound, all those things are going to happen. All the time under stress, full of stress. Many times in the past I mentioned about what happens if we get stressed out. If we get stressed, all problems are going to come because of the stress only, nothing else. Stress only brings all the problems. If you don't get stress, then there are no problems. And when we don't get stress, when we won't get stress, only when we actually focus our mind on Krishna. Otherwise, chintam aparimeyam only. If we don't focus our mind on Krishna, if our thoughts are not centered towards Krishna, so then chintam aparimeyam means unlimited worries. Chintam aparimeyam cha pralayantam upashitaga kamopaboga paramaga yetavatiti nishchitaga asapasa satairvaddaga kamakroda parayanaga ihante kamabogartam manyayena artha sanchaya. That's what is going to happen. We will derive money by illegal means because we will think that enjoying in this material world, that's what is everything. That's what we think. So because of such unlimited worries, chintam aparimeyam cha pralayantam upashita, until the time of death, with so much of worries, we will actually, all the time, our life will be miserable only. There is no fun, there is no real enjoyment. So everything is fake enjoyment. Everything is fake. In this material world, we think we are enjoying, but everywhere everything is action. It is not reality. Even many times when we struggle and suffer inside, outside we want to act as if we have no issues, no problems, everything is going great like that. But in reality, everyone is having lot of problems, lot of troubles in this material world. Because if you say, I don't have any problems, no troubles, so that means we have to be a devotee of Krishna. We should be remembering Krishna all the time. So then only it is possible to say like that. Otherwise, it is not possible. So that way, this Bhagavad Gita knowledge, understanding this Bhagavad Gita knowledge is very, very important for us. And following this Bhagavad Gita knowledge is very, very important for us. So if we understand and follow this Bhagavad Gita in our life, then for sure we are going to go to Goloka, Krishna's well. There is no doubt about it. So we are understanding by Krishna's causeless mercy, we are getting the opportunity, and Krishna is giving us the opportunity again and again. Again and again we are getting the opportunity to study and understand Bhagavad Gita. Again and again. It's so nice. Because now we are going to again start from the first sloka from tomorrow. So that way, over a period of time, we will understand all the 18 chapters, 700 verses, everything very clearly. And we understand everything so nicely, fully, what Krishna really wants us to follow, what Krishna is teaching us. Everything we will understand. So then our life will be full of bliss only, full of happiness only. Because Bhagavad Gita itself is susukam kartum. So it can be very joyfully performed. And if we take shelter into Bhagavad Gita, we are going to go to Krishna. So idam jnanam upashitya mamasa dharmyam agataga. So that's what we are doing it. So we are studying Bhagavad Gita. We are giving importance only to Krishna and what Krishna said. We should not be giving importance to anything else in this material world. What Krishna said to us, what Krishna is asking us to do. So that's what is very important for us, nothing else. So that way, follow what Krishna says. So Krishna is teaching us that we should control our eating, sleeping, all other recreational activities. We should control a lot of things. We should regulate everything. That's what is very important. If we don't regulate, so then when Krishna says that yuktagara vigarasya yukta chestasya karmasu yukta swapna vabodasya yogo bhavati dukkha. So when we regulate everything, our ahara, our sleep, there is our eating, our sleeping, and everything, our activities, everything, if we regulate, then our distress will be gone. Yogo bhavati dukkha. But if you don't regulate, ayuktahara, yuktahara, ayuktahara, ayuktahara, yuktahara vigarasya, ayuktahara vigarasya, yukta chestasya karmasu, ayukta chestasya karmasu. Yukta swapna babodasya, ayukta swapna babodasya. Then yoga is not yoga, it is ayoga. Ayoga bhavati. Ayoga means then only dukkha will increase. It won't reduce, it will increase. So if we don't regulate what we are doing every day, so then we are going to lose our intelligence. We are not going to have steady mind. We are not going to have peace of mind, and there is not going to be any happiness at all. Nasti buddhi. Nasti buddhi rayuktasya nacha yuktasya bhavana nacha abhavayataga shanti asantasya kutasukam. So we are going to lose our intelligence. There is not going to be steady mind. When there is no steady mind, there is no peace of mind. When there is no peace of mind, there is no happiness. That's what is going to happen in this life if we don't take action. If we are actually, this human life is so precious. If we miss this opportunity, so if we don't follow what Krishna says, or if we don't understand, if we don't get this knowledge of Bhagavad Gita, if we remain in darkness, so this is what is going to happen, that our life will be all the time full of miseries only, dukkha only, distress only, suffering only. All the time we will keep on coming back and suffering in this material world. But by Krishna's causeless mercy, we have got the opportunity to study Bhagavad Gita. And also now we are going to finish Sri Brahma Samhita. So in the Brahma Samhita, we finished, as I mentioned already, we finished 57 verses. So here, what we studied in the sloka number 56, actually, in the sloka number 56, what we studied, Brahma was explaining about like how Krishna's Goloka is. So that's what yesterday we studied. I worship that transcendental seat known as Svetadvipa, whereas loving consorts, the Lakshmis, in their unalloyed spiritual lessons, practice the amorous service of the Supreme Lord Krishna as their only lover. where every tree is a transcendental purpose tree, where the soil is the purpose gem, all water is nectar, every word is a song, every gate is a dance, the flute is the favorite attendant, effulgence is full of transcendental bliss, and the supreme spiritual entities are all enjoyable and tasty, where numberless milk cows always emit transcendental oceans of milk, where there is eternal existence of transcendental time, who is ever present and without past or future, and hence is not subject to the quality of passing away even for the space of half a moment. So there is nothing like past or future. It's everything is present, everything is continuous. So that realm is known as Goloka only to a very few self-realized souls in this world. That's what Brahma is. So then we finished with this sloka yesterday, in this sloka number 57. So on hearing these hymns containing the essence of the truth, the Supreme Lord Krishna said to Brahma, Brahma, if you experience the inclination to create offspring by being endowed with the real knowledge of the glory of Godhead, listen, my beloved, from me to this science set forth in the following 5 slokas. So that's what now Krishna is teaching. So here, in this sloka number 58, Prabuddhe jnana bhaktibhyam atmani ananda chinmayi udeti anuttama bhakti Bhagavad prema lakshana. So jnana bhakti. So that's what jnana bhaktibhyam. When there is knowledge, we are going to develop their devotion. That's what we are also repeatedly studying in Bhagavad Gita also. So if we get the knowledge of Bhagavad Gita, we are going to develop love towards Krishna. That's why Krishna also said that Saddhavan labate jnanam tatparaga sammitendriga jnanam labdva param shantim achirena adhigachati. So because why we are going to get that supreme peace of mind? We are going to develop that love towards Krishna with the knowledge. So what knowledge we get? That is yomam evam asammodam jnanati purushottamam. Jnanati purushottam. That knowledge, jnanati, knows. So what we are going to get the knowledge? Purushottama. Krishna is the Purushottama. Krishna is the supreme personality of God. So Sasarvavid bhajati mam sarva bhavena bharata. So he is the knower of everything and he renders devotional service unto me in all respects. So that's why Prabuddhe jnana bhaktibhyam atmani ananda chinni. So what is going to happen when we get the knowledge, when we get the devotion? So then we are going to also enjoy happiness, unlimited happiness, ananda chinmaya. So with that full of knowledge, so Chachchidananda, so that's what Chin means, full of knowledge and bliss, Ananda. So Atmani, the soul within in the spirit, in the soul, so within ourselves, we are going to enjoy that true transcendental bliss. So that's what Udeti. So that's what is going to be awakened. The soul is Udeti, Anuttama Bhakti, the finest Bhakti, the devotion. So there is super excellent devotion. So that one, Bhagavad prema lakshana. So with the Bhagavan Krishna, so we are going to get that love. So prema. So that's what prema bhakti. So that prema is that love. That's what priti. So Krishna said that tesam satata yuktanam bhajatam priti purvakam. So those who are always engaged in my devotional service with full love. So that's what bhajatam priti purvakam. So that automatically is going to happen when we get the knowledge. So that's what we are gaining this knowledge and developing that love towards Krishna. So that bhakti is coming. So that's what here Krishna is also telling Brahma. When the pure spiritual experience is excited by means of cognition and service, super excellent unalloyed devotion characterized by love for Godhead is awakened towards Krishna, the beloved of all souls. So for that, Krishna gave us this Bhagavad Gita knowledge. So now we are going to develop that love towards Krishna. So that's what is happening for us every day when we keep studying this Bhagavad Gita again and again. So now we are very much, our love is really increasing every day towards Krishna. And we know for sure that Krishna is the supreme personality of God. There is no doubt. Everything is based on philosophy, based on the science of Bhagavad Gita. So now Krishna is continuing here. Pramanais tat sat acharais tat abhyasai nirantaram bodhayanatmanatmanam bhaktim api uttamam labet. So pramanam, so shastram pramanam te. That's what Krishna is using the word pramanam even in Bhagavad Gita also. So that's what pramanam means, the scriptural evidence. So based on the Shastra, Shastram pramanam te. So pramanam tat sat acharasi. So by the conduct, so based on the Shastra, so that's why tasmat Shastram pramanam te karya akarya vivastito jnatva Shastra vidanoktam karma kartum igagasi. So that's what when we get this knowledge of Bhagavad Gita, we do everything based on what Krishna says in Bhagavad Gita. So that's what is here. Pramana is tat sat achara is tat abhyasir nirantaram. So abhyasir means practice. So that's what abhyasa yoga yuktena chetasana nyagamina paramam purusham divyam yati patanu chintayan. So that's what abhyasa. So tad abhyasa nirantaram. So when we get this knowledge, when we follow the scriptural evidence and follow what Bhagavad Gita says, and then with that practice, actually, so nirantaram means always, constantly, permanently. So bodhayan atman atmanam. So at that time, so with our intelligence, with our mind, we will be able to see within ourselves. That's what atman atmanam. Many times Krishna is saying that bandhuratmat atmanastasva yenatmaiva atmanajitaga anatmanastu satrutve vartetatmaiva satrutva. So atman atmanam. Even Krishna is saying that atman atmanam. So means one should see within the self. So that's what we need to see. So here then Bodhayan Atman Atmanam Bhaktim Api Uttamam Lavet. So Uttamam means very topmost, the highest bhakti, the devotion. So that's what we are going to gain. So we are going to get with the knowledge of Bhagavad Gita. That's what is going to happen. So that's why the highest devotion is attained by slow degrees by the method of constant endeavor for self-realization. With the help of scriptural evidence, theistic conduct and preservance in practice. That's what we need to understand. So that's what Krishna is continuing. So in the next sloka, Yasyagasreyaskaram nasti yaya nirvritim apnuyat ya sadayati mam yeva bhaktim tam yeva sadayet. So for one, so that's what yasyaga, then which, so sheyam karam. So sheyam karam means the superior well-being. So nasti. So there is nothing else is there other than serving Krishna. That's what, only serving Krishna. Yasyaga sreyas karam nasti yaya nirvritim apniyat. So by which, so we will get that supreme bliss. One can attain. Apniyat means one can get it. One can get the supreme bliss. One can attain the supreme bliss. So ya sadayati mam eva. So sadayati, so one who leads sadhana. So there is a practice. So that's what sadhana bhakti. So ya sadayati mam eva bhaktim tam eva sadayet. So that's what one should perform. So one should perform with devotion, which brings the supreme bliss. So which actually leads to Krishna. So that's what ya sadayati mam eva. So which leads to me. So that's what Krishna is saying. So that's what one should do with the knowledge. So these preliminary practices of devotion, that's what sadhana bhakti, are conducive to the realization of loving devotion. Then whom there is no superior well-being. So Krishna already said that mattaga parattaram na anyat. So there is no other superior person other than Krishna, above him. So that's what Krishna says, who goes hand in hand with the attainment of the exclusive state of supreme bliss and who can lead to myself. So that's what here Krishna is continuing. So only everything, all this sloka, Krishna is continuously teaching that bhakti only. So that devotion only. So that's what in Bhagavad Gita also Krishna says very clearly, only with bhakti only. Only with devotion only we can understand Krishna. So name vedika suraganaga prabhavam na magarishega aham adirga devana magarishinam cha sarvasa. So no one knows me. So I am Adi, I am beginning of everything. But Krishna says that bhaktyamam abhijanati aman yaschasmi tattvadagam. So about Krishna we can understand fully only with devotion. So only with love. So that's why Krishna here in each and every sloka, Krishna is bringing the word bhakti, bhakti, bhakti again and again. So with devotion we can actually go to Krishna. So then he is continuing in the sloka number 61. dharmananyan parityajya mam ekam bhaja vishwasan yadrishi shraddha siddhir bhavati tadrishi kurvan nirantaram karma lokoyam anuvartate tenaiva karmana dhyayan mam param bhaktim ichchati. So that's what Krishna is continuing. So already we studied in Bhagavad Gita, Krishna said that sarva dharman parityajya. So that's why here dharman anyan parityajya. So it means all other activities one should abandon. So abandon all varieties of dharmas. So we don't have to only mamekam saranam vraja. Sarva dharman parityajya mamekam saranam vraja. So here mamekam bhaja vishwasan. So here with full faith, having complete faith on Krishna, so only we should render service to Krishna. So that's why mamekam saranam vraja, here mamekam bhaja vishwasam, dharman anyan parityajya, sarva dharman parityajya. So same sloka. So here dharman anyan parityajya mamekam bhaja vishwasan yadrishi shraddha siddhir bhavati tadrishi. So we need to just as go. So with full faith, shraddhavan labate jnanam. So then we are going to achieve siddhi, perfection, siddhir bhavati. So that's what is going to happen. We are going to get siddhi. So with how much faith we have on Krishna and how much endeavor we can put towards Krishna, surrender unto Krishna, so we are going to achieve siddhi. That's why Krishna said that I shall deliver you from all sinful reactions, do not fear. That's what is called siddhi. So, mamekam saranam vraja, aham tvam sarva papebhyo moksha ishyami masutara. To the extent we will surrender unto Krishna, to that extent we are going to get that siddhi, perfection. So that's why kurvan nirantaram karma lokoyam anuvarthati. So these people in this way, lokoyam, the people of this world, so they will be performing all the activities. So nirantaram means always. So that's what, without any gap, all the time performing all the activities. So based on the three modes of material nature, all such things we studied in Bhagavad Gita. Tenaiva karmana dhyayan mam param bhakti michchati. But now we need to understand that with that karma, actually, we need to perform activities by meditating on Krishna. That's what Dhyana Yoga. The entire 6th chapter we studied about Dhyana Yoga. Dhyayan mam. So Dhyayan mam param bhaktim ichchati. So with superior devotion, with supreme devotion, so that's what one gets. So abandoning all meritorious performances, serve me with faith. The realization will correspond to the nature of one's faith. So how much faith we have on Krishna, how much we surrender into Krishna, to that extent we will progress. So yayata mam prabhatyante tam sateva bhajamiham. To the extent we will surrender into Krishna, to that extent Krishna will reward us. So the people of the world act ceaselessly in pursuance of some ideal. By meditating on me by means of those deeds, one will obtain devotion characterized by love in the shape of the supreme service. So that's what is param bhakti michchati. So we will get that pure devotional service. In fact, of course, we all have got such kind of opportunity already. So we are already getting so much of opportunities to serve Krishna. We are chanting Hare Krishna Maha Mantra. Now we have got the opportunity to spread Bhagavad Gita. So a lot of opportunities is coming on our way. Krishna is giving us, creating us. So that way, day by day, our devotion is increasing. Aham gi vishwasya characharasya bijam pradhanam prakritihi pumamscha maya hitam teja idam vivarshi videhi tvamatho jaganti. So both in this world, so both moving and non-moving, so that's what animate and inanimate objects. So there is charam. So all those things, bijam. So Krishna is the seed. We already know that aham bijam prataka pita. So Krishna is the seed giving father. That's what aham bijam pradhanam. So Krishna is the pradhanam. So he is the substance. So he is what is the source of everything. And prakritihi pumamscha. So prakriti, the material nature, material cause. So everything maya hitam. So that's what maya hitam means. It's all given by Krishna only. Everything is coming from Krishna only. So this is what we already know from Bhagavad Gita. Aham sarvasya prabhava mattaga sarvam pravartate teja idam vivashim videhi tvam atho jaganti. So vide means oh Brahma. So now by regulating, so this jaganti, this world. So that's why it's by bearing this fiery energy that you regulate this phenomenal world of animate and inanimate objects. So what Krishna is teaching here that, listen, O Vidhi, I am the seed, the fundamental principle of this world of animate and inanimate objects. So Krishna already says in Bhagavad Gita, Aham bija prataka pita. So then I am pradhana. So Krishna is the substance, Krishna is the source. I am prakriti. So prakriti is also coming from Krishna only, everything. And I am purusha, the efficient cause. So this fairy energy that belongs specially to the Brahman that inheres in you has also been conferred by me. It is by bearing this fairy energy that you regulate this phenomenal world of animate and inanimate objects. That's what Krishna is teaching. So everything, of course, is coming from Krishna only, the Supreme Personality of Godhead. So that's what we know now very well. We have no doubts on that. That's why we are studying Bhagavad Gita again and again and again. So that's why our Bhagavad Gita classes, lectures every day is very unique, that we don't go out of Bhagavad Gita. Anything we talk, anything we discuss here, everything is only based on Bhagavad Gita. So for this reason, we really don't have to listen to anyone else's philosophy. We don't have to follow through any other things at all. We are just going to follow what Krishna says in Bhagavad Gita. So otherwise it's simply waste of time, complete waste of time, following different movements, different ways of doing yoga, this yoga, that yoga. Everything is actually, it's not going to help us. Only Bhagavad Gita, this Bhagavad Gita, what Krishna says in Bhagavad Gita, that's what is going to help us. Otherwise, if we will be simply wasting our time. So by Krishna's causeless mercy, we know that very well, and we have got that opportunity to study Bhagavad Gita. That's why we are able to successfully finish Sri Brahma Samhita today, and we will start our Bhagavad Gita from tomorrow. Hare Krishna. So let us chant Hare Krishna Maha Mantra and focus our mind on the transcendental sound vibration. And I'm planning to start from 7:30 a.m. in the morning, our new Bhagavad Gita class lecture, so that devotees who go to work or go to school, they can also join. And also the devotees here in US, also in the Eastern time zone, so it may be easy for them to join also if we start early. So that way we will do like that. Hare Krishna. So now let us chant Hare Krishna Maha Mantra and fully focus our mind on the transcendental sound vibration. Namo Vishnupadaya Krishna Prashtaya Bhutale Srimate Radhanath Swaminiti Namini. Namo Vishnupadaya Krishna Prashtaya Bhutale Srimate Bhaktivedanta Swaminiti Namini. Namaste Saraswati Devi Gauravani Pracharine Nirvishesha Sunyavadi Paschatya Desatarini. Om Jnanatimirandasya Jnananjana Salakaya Chakshurmilitam Mena Tasmai Sri Guruve Namaha. Jai Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Sri Advaita Gadadhara Shiva Sadi Gaura Bhakta Vrindam. Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Rama Rama Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Rama Rama Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Rama Rama Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Rama Rama Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Rama Rama Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Rama Rama Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Rama Rama Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Rama Rama Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Rama Rama Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Rama Rama Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Rama Rama Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Rama Rama Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Rama Rama Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Rama Rama Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Rama Rama Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Rama Rama Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Rama Rama Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Rama Rama Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Rama Rama Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Rama Rama Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Rama Rama Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Rama Rama Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Rama Rama Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Rama Rama Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Rama Rama Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare Rama Rama Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Rama 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 Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Rama Rama Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Rama Rama Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Rama Rama Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Rama Rama Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Rama Rama Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Rama Rama Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Rama Rama Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Rama Rama Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Rama Rama Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Rama Rama Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Rama Rama Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Rama Rama Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Rama Rama Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Rama Rama Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Rama Rama Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Rama Rama Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Rama Rama Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Rama Rama Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Rama Rama Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Rama Rama Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Rama Rama Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Rama Rama Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Rama Rama Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Rama Rama Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Rama Rama Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Rama Rama Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Rama Rama Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Rama Rama Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Rama Rama Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Rama Rama Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Rama Rama Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Rama Rama Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Rama Rama Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Rama Rama Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Rama Rama Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Rama Rama Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Rama Rama Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Rama Rama Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Rama Rama Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Rama Rama Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Rama Rama Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Rama Rama Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Rama Rama Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Rama Rama Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Rama Rama Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Rama Rama Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Rama Rama Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Rama Rama Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Rama Rama Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Rama Rama Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Rama Rama Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Rama Rama Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Rama Rama Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Rama Rama Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Rama Rama Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Rama Rama Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Rama Rama Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Rama Rama Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Rama Rama Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Rama Rama Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Rama Rama Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Rama Rama Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Rama Rama Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Rama Rama Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Rama Rama Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Rama Rama Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Rama Rama Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Rama Rama Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Rama Rama Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Rama Rama Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Rama Rama Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Rama Rama Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Rama Rama Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Rama Rama Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Rama Rama Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Rama Rama Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Rama Rama Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Rama Rama Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Ram Hare Ram 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 Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, if any devotee has got any questions, you can type in the chat window, or you can raise your hand option also. Hare Krishna. Ramin Prabhu, Hare Krishna Prabhu.
Hare Krishna, Guruji.
Hare Krishna Prabhu, Hare Krishna.
Guruji, wonderful. We have completed Brahma Samhita
Yes.
today. That's a great achievement, milestone achieved.
Yes, Prabhu. Yes, Prabhu. Krishna's mercy we completed. Yes, Prabhu.
Yes, and see Krishna's plans that it all arranged in the proper sequence, that we are finishing it today. And
yes, Prabhu. It's all exactly Krishna finished at the right time.